Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we built this rotating farm that may or may not work. Evidently there is an issue with the subgrids on the planet that it does not detect the pressurization because we're not on an atmospheric planet, so that's going to be a problem. So I think before we go ahead and get started in trying to fix this, let's go ahead and do some experiments. Alright, so for one thing, some people are saying that the glass does not protect against radiation, so we should probably check that. I think I've got two pieces of glass here. I don't know if that's a factor, but we're not getting any radiation right now. So let's just build some glass. I don't think I have any material on me. I did have to take out this railing and block here. There was a couple of them that got caught up on it, that it didn't go as smoothly as some of the other ones. So it's probably because the offsets are just a little bit off, that it's not exactly a perfect hexagon, not really sure. But that's right, we might have to redo this thing anyway. Okay, here we are behind the glass, and does not matter. There was some question about polarization, depending on which way we had the glass. I don't think that matters. I'm pretty sure that is just visual. I wasn't expecting that to be a thing. But yeah, definitely not getting any radiation on either one of those. Step out here and immediately get it. So that's easy enough. Alright, so the next one here is small grid glass, and that is not a problem either. Let's stand right up to it. Yeah, no, our radiation level is going down, so that is not a thing either. So small grid glass will protect us. So I guess we need to go figure out why the monorail was getting radiation when we were driving it. So that might be the next thing we go do. Right, here we are back at the monorail. Let's go ahead and drive this guy outside and figure out what is going on with the radiation. Alright, so we are definitely getting radiation exposure just sitting here in the cab. Let's see. Let's get out. Okay, it's going down. I just panicked, I guess, and ran out the door. So I could have stayed in the cab, and we're behind the glass, and that's fine, which we tested over there, so that was fine enough. Let's just go ahead and grind this guy out, and apparently I didn't weld up a couple floor blocks. That's cool. If I stand up in here, okay, no? Okay, so it is not the glass. We are not getting exposed here. It must be a glitch of the cockpit seat. Let's see, can I move it back, maybe? I mean, we could, in theory, like, put in the full cockpit like this if we need to. I guess that one might fit, actually. We could put the inset cockpit up in here, and it wouldn't really change the view too much. We may have to do that. Well, let's see. Let's get a seat, and let's just move it back before we go to extreme measures here. Well, we're not getting any exposure here, so apparently it's our seat was too far forward. Okay, well that's an easier fix than I thought it was going to be. I thought maybe we were going to have to put in a whole cockpit and plumb it in, but okay, well we'll count that as a win. I guess we can redo these blocks. I'm going to lose my oxygen, but that's fine. I do it every time I open the door. And it must be like the bounding box or something of that cockpit was just enough to stick outside that glass. Odd, but I guess it's working now. Alright, let's go ahead and get this guy back into the apartment complex and let's go work on our farm. Alright, I want to thank all my members, but I'd like to thank my newest member, RTM to Summer. If you'd like to join, there should be a button down below. Otherwise, please like, comment, and subscribe. We have a greenhouse event going on our Discord. Make sure you join up for that. It is closing next week, so make sure you get your submissions in for that. There is a giveaway for a DLC of your choosing from Keen, so that was pretty nice of them. See, there is a coffee mod on the workshop and a little Wally if you want to go check those guys out. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I've created a little experimental box in here. We've got our irrigation system and a vent, and we are pressurized, so that's good. And little double door airlock here. We're going to waste some air, but that's fine. Let's see, I need to build some farm plots. I had those somewhere. There they are. Let's see, let's put a farm here. Water level's empty, yeah. And then I wanted to put a hinge here. Do I have parts for a hinge? At least can place it, which is good. Ooh, did I build myself enough space to get this guy in here? Yes, okay. I was afraid it wasn't going to work with the bounding box. Okay, there we go. We got 2 farm plots. We're good there, and I did not give myself access to get the ice in there. Crap. I could go through here, right? Yeah, there's our irrigation system, and we should have some ice left on us. Oh, we don't have that much, actually. I don't know, 500? Okay, it's going in there. I don't actually know how much this stuff uses. We'll find out. Yeah, that actually uses quite a bit for actually growing nothing. We've used, yeah, 360? That's interesting. I guess we'll get another 500 more. I really need it more for my oxygen. I guess we'll go grab some from the base, that's fine. Let's see, do I have any seeds on me? Ooh, we can go over there and get that one. Let's not expose ourselves to the radiation. I think we need to get some seeds. I'm going to go over here and get this unknown signal, and then we'll go back and get some seeds and figure out if we can grow stuff on a subgrid or not. Alright, we get anything cool? Don't know. Okay. And no seeds. Just a bunch of displays. Okay. Still looking for vegetable seeds. Still have not got any of that. Let's see, we have a port over here that's sticking out the side. We can hook this guy up and get his batteries charging while we're getting some food. Looks like we got a storm of some type, so I guess good time to go inside. Oh yeah, this is the side that doesn't have a finished deal on it. We'll get there eventually, but I guess it makes it easier to access our farm right here. What's our fruit plants doing? Good. Okay, we got a bunch of fruit to harvest. That's really nice. I think I'll just harvest all the things. Well, I should probably have a harvester in here, but this area is just really for looks. It's supposed to be a park. The main farm will be the main farm, assuming we can get it to work anyway. Okay, then for food here, there's something. Yeah, here we go. Fruit pastry is 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. Okay, so the ratio is still there. I don't really have a point to grow mushrooms right now, so I think I'm just going to hold off. We'll just plant all of our grain and fruit for now, because the fruit bars are really, I think, the biggest thing that we can make, because everything else in here requires vegetables. Vegetables there, and then we got our kelp crisps. I don't think there's anything that's just like grain and mushrooms or fruit or anything. It's kind of disappointing. There should be like a mushroom pasta or something. So our spaghetti here needs vegetables and mushrooms, but it'd be nice if there was like a mushroom stew or something that was just mushroom and wheat or some other combination there, because we can't really do much without vegetables, except for these ones. So let's make 6 of these. Oh, I guess we had a fruit seed. That's fine. I just want to make sure we have retained some of these foods, just in case we depressurize this in some manner and we kill all of our crops. I want to have a backup seed bank here. Alright, but now we've got some 40% fill values instead of just 12, so that makes me happy there. Alright, and since mushroom is kind of useless, let's go ahead and produce, I don't know. Let's get some in here. Let's make like 8. We're going to go ahead and use the mushroom seeds in our experiments, and if we lose them, then we lose them. Alright, well, we're at 74% charge, and we still got a storm going, so I think I'll just kind of wait this out for a little bit, see if we can get some 100% battery and no storm, and then we'll get back to it. Alright, well, I'm definitely not doubting the comment section. I just want to experiment on my own here. So yeah, crop health 100%, growth time, that's fine. Water is high, we're all good there. Everything is growing. Here we have high on our water level, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and plant a mushroom. Yep, sure enough, crop health just immediately plummets. And it's dead. Okay, well, yep, that is unfortunate. We have dead crops. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit over here and figure out what we want to do. Alright, I think I've got a plan, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of the exterior of the farm here, because I think it's going to get in the way. So let's go ahead and grind this guy off and start over a little bit. I've got an idea. I think it's going to take a ton of glass, so we're probably have to go mine for some silicon, but let's go ahead and see if this is going to fit. This one would be the perfect one to fit underneath, right here, and then I'm thinking we can get away with, yeah, one of these. Oh, I can't place on that, can I? I need a thing to place too. Let's come over here. There we go. Yeah, something like that. I think that's going to work. Let's go ahead and get it a rotation. Let's see, what are you? Okay, so that is F. Let's go ahead and see if we can find that timer. Timer F, let's go ahead and rotate it around. Let's go ahead and do trigger now. I guess that was the wrong way. It's swinging around that way. That's all right. It is clearing. No scrapey. Okay, so that's good. It clears there. I guess I should have built the other side to make sure it's going to clear. But I guess we'll go ahead and rotate all the way around. Okay, well, we definitely made it around the full rotation with this guy here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make this into an individual greenhouse on all of these units. So we're going to replace one of these conveyor junctions here with a air vent to pressurize it, and which means we'll need to have an airlock door somehow. Alright, yep, I think that's going to work. Let's go ahead and take off the glass now, because I think we need to redo some of this to get an airlock in here, and we've got to figure out how we want to harvest now, because we can't have it sweep by, you know, like the top or something and having it take all of the crops with it, because we're going to have a big giant glass dome in the way. So that's going to be a thing. I think we'll have one end here be the airlock and the other end be like the harvester connection point, and the harvester will come out and then come back in. I'm thinking we'll have the harvester over there and the airlock here, because I'm thinking about moving this guy down here. So we'll have another farm right here. We'll have our space in between. Instead of being in between there, we'll be in between here for our farm, and then we'll just get that much closer to the ice field over there, which is good. Kind of funny, I used to want to build in the daylight, and now it's, you know, with the solar radiation, it's like a whole new game. Alright, let's put doors on both sides, because I want it accessible from both sides. If I could learn how to use my rotations, that would be great. There we go. Alright, then I want these doors in here to serve as an airlock. And then on the back side here, I think we're going to use these catwalks. Not those ones, just the flat panel ones. I don't use these enough. They used to be like a staple, but with all the new blocks, they get kind of ignored. Yeah, let's do the inset light up here, just because it looks cool from the other sides too. Alright, there we go. That will work for the airlock. Now I guess we just need a bunch of glass. These will come out, and then we'll put another farm plot on it. Let's go ahead and just empty our inventory by building all the glass. Okay, tons of blocks later. I think we've got all of the windows placed. Let's go ahead and get rid of our inventory here. I left the tops open so we can get easier access to build stuff on the inside. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Actually, that can stay. This farm can go. We may or may not keep those farms. Let's go ahead and take these ones out, along with those. All right, so in here we're going to make like a collector that's going to look like Harvey, not the one that, not the Wally copy that I made, but the Harvey that Keen made that straddles over this on like a track. All right, and I was going over their design, and they use an advanced rotor, and I think that's what we're going to go ahead and use. I was thinking about a hinge, but I think we might need the piston offset to get it to go up and down, so that's what we're going to go ahead and use. All right, well, how about something like this? And then we can get our beam block on it. Let's see, I put the beam blocks on with the conveyors just to make it easier. I think we could work that out. And then we could probably put some mag plates or something on here would probably be the best thing to do. Let's see, what if I did like this? Let's just put some blocks across here. I take this guy out. No, that's gonna fall though. Oops. Let's not do that yet. I gotta get a brace under there. Alright, up here I think we can put a timer. Let's use that one because it looks better with the block. Let's put the timer up there. Okay, we'll probably put other stuff on there, but what I want to do, let's not waste all of our hydrogen. Let's just stand here. Alright, that's what I want to put on there, is a mag plate. And now, if we get glass on the top of this, let's see, how do we want to attach the glass? Get one there. Okay, I was thinking that, but it won't let me attach the other one. Interesting. Well, that's interesting. That's a property of the advanced rotor. It's taking up that space, even with a small grid on there. I can't get that block in there. Conduit is there's a little tiny corner, right? Yeah, this guy down. That would work, right? And then we can put glass on top of it, which means we need to go back to this one. Yeah, okay. We can go all the way up here to 11 centimeters and it turns yellow, which is great. And now we have some stability on our rail. So we can do that every once in a while and attach it to the ceiling. And that'll help a lot. That's not bad. It's a little bit noticeable on the edges. I wonder if there's something else we could have used. Alright, let's get our energy and stuff back. Let's go over and get this unknown signal. It's sparking over here. Oh, that's fun. Meteors inbound. Oh, there's the meteors. Well, let's try not to get hit ourselves. They're a lot more fun now that they're not damaging voxels. Ooh, that looked like it hit the leg support. I might have to go over there and check that. Nothing special. Okay. What do you got? Okay. Power kit. I guess we'll take it. Alright, well, I don't know what pylon it was close to, but I don't see any damage. I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and head back. Okay, there we go. This is looking pretty nice. And then we can get in between here, and we can... Let's just grind all of these off for now. Go, and then we can put mag plates up here. Okay, well, there is going to be our beam. Now we need to figure out how to get the car on here. I don't know exactly how Keen did it. I'm hoping we just build it in place, and then we can, like, suck the wheels in. Let's see. Yeah, we'll at least get a connector there. Okay, so that's the front of the block, so that would be ideal to just have it stop there, which means it'd be nice to have a wheel on this side. Yeah, they definitely had it one out. It's not going to fit there. It'd have to go out one. We could try to go on the inside, but I think that's going to be even more painful than trying to go right here. So let's go grab another flat piece. There, and then one back here. Yeah, and then that'll fit there. Alright, so we should be able to get our right wheel there and there. Let's see, let's get rid of that. Alright, let's get the other side built on here real quick. These guys can go there, let's get rid of these. Alright, one there, one there. Okay, there we go. The wheels are pinching as much as possible. It went from -32 to 26. I hope that's enough. Let's see, I should be able to disconnect this block. Let's actually connect the connector. Okay, it's locked. We should be able to cut it free. And it has no power, so that's a thing. So we do need to get a battery on there. Okay, this does need a battery on it, which I guess we could probably just put in between the wheels for now. Okay, there we go. Got a couple batteries in there. That should do it. And then this guy's disconnected, so this guy will run over to our collectors somehow. We can't cut anything free yet. Actually, yeah, let's run that conveyor over there, because I want to see if we can get away with this. I'm going to make it as compact as possible. Let's disconnect and hope for the best here. Okay, it's on the track. That's good news. And then can we drive it forward? Let's see, I don't have a control panel on here. All right, we want propulsion override. Can I do like 0.1? They're going to be opposite, aren't they? This guy needs to be like -0.1. Okay. It just doesn't want to... Oh, and then it's falling. That's not great news. Okay, well, back to the drawing board on that one. Okay, calm down. Note to self, disconnect the battery first. Okay, I've got other wheels on here now. Alright, I went ahead and flipped the wheels around so then we can get the -32 this way. I'm just really hoping we can attach the wheels. I'm trying to build it like Keen did. Might as well use their tried and true, right? We can't do our height offset until we have a wheel on there. It's really frustrating. Can I do this and add a wheel? Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, I can get that one on. I cannot get this one on. Unable to attach wheel. I wonder if it's these wheels are in the way. Let's see. Alright, let's get that wheel out of the way and let's see if we can attach this one. Yep, that was the problem. Okay, well this is just painful. I gotta go through and do each one of these. So I can get that guy to go back, and then I can reattach our beam block. That's the right way, right? Yeah. Get a beam block back in there. This guy to come back out as well. And our beam block back on this end. Then I can do it to the other side. I was afraid of it dropping off if I ground out both sides. Something like that, and then let's go back into those wheels again. 6 of them is probably overkill, but that is alright. Let's go ahead and height offset, go all the way the other way. Those aren't pinching on there as much as Keen's was, which concerns me. It might be that it's connected still. Is it connected? Oh, it's just connector connected. Alright, let's make sure our strength is up. Let's go I don't know, 15%. I lowered the power down to 5%. Friction, probably good, I don't know. Speed limit way down. I don't know, like 10 for now? For some reason I just don't trust it. Can we get some blocks maybe underneath here? Yeah, that should work, right? Underneath those half blocks. There we go. Just in case it falls. That should be okay. Let's turn the strength down on this one. And switch lock. Okay, well we're on there. I think I am going to put a remote control on here, and I have no interior plate. We'll automate it in a bit, but I feel like we need to get this figured out. Okay. Steering it like this kind of pinches it up in there. So that works, and now we can turn our steering off. So we don't want steering. Let's see. The inside ones, maybe we don't do propulsion? Maybe these two we don't do propulsion? I don't know. Let's see. And then if we drive backwards and forwards... No, we're still... Not if I picked the right and left, it was going to make that correct. Alright, well that took some finagling, but I think I got it? There we go. Yeah, I think we've got it now. It was the friction that was being a kind of a pain, and it kind of still is. I wonder if I need to go lower? Friction was at like 20%. Let's go down. Maybe I need to do the offset a little bit less too. No, friction seems to be the thing. Okay, I think we're good. That smoke on those wheels is just crazy though. Okay, I think we've got a moving track now. That is good. Let's go ahead and get this guy connected back up. Alright, and then I think that guy needs to be yellow. We just need to have some color here. He's actually visible. There we go. And then we can get rid of all this. Alright, maybe something like that, and then we get our collector on here. Where's our collector? Is it in with our junction? Yes, it is. Oh, now's when I wish we had like the control, where I could hold control on like Space Engineers 2 and move it over. Because yeah, that's not going to snap, so we need a snap point. Just there. Yes. And then the collector is... Yeah. Let's see, let's put our big end on this side. Okay, our plumbing is on the top, that's easy enough. That guy should be able to fit right there, right? Okay, we need our block again. Alright, now we just need to wrap our conveyor blocks over to here. I think I'll do it kind of convoluted. We'll go down and around like this. Just so we can get some sloped blocks and stuff in there. Let's see, let's face that one that way. Alright, let's go ahead and plant a mushroom in here. I know it's going to die, but once it's dead, it should collect here. Let's see, automatic push-pull is on, yes. This guy should die, and it did get harvested. Well, it disappeared. There's nothing in there, obviously. Okay, that's going to work. Good, good. Now we can detail it and make it look a little bit nicer. And then in theory, this guy can run all the way over here and hit the wall and collect this guy and then come all the way back and collect that guy. I think we're good. It's a little bit ugly. I don't like some of the corners and things on it, but it's getting there. Is there another way to plumb it? Not really. Unless we, like, staggered this post back, which would kind of look a little weird. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go with that. That is not the worst thing I've ever built. Remote control. Control. Let's get our... Oh, I guess I don't know what connector it is. Oof. There's too many connectors on here. Let's see. That one's labeled. That one's labeled. That one's not. We can unlock and lock that one. Okay, there we go. Let's see, can I move my view? I can't rotate my character, I can just move up and down. Alright, well I don't feel bad, I'm gonna go ahead and spectator this one. Uh-oh. Get stuck here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I got stuck here, so that's not great. I guess that kind of makes sense. These guys should probably not be like that. Alright, well I've been doing more testing, and I don't think these are a problem. I think it's the fact that I have a remote control block sticking on the top, and that's what's really hanging it up. I have not been able to catch the wheels on here again. So I think we're just going to go with it. See, we need a sensor here, and then we're going to use the back side of it. We're going to bring all this stuff in. Okay, so we want to detect large ships. We don't want to detect players. I don't like the audible. That doesn't really matter, but sure. Let's see. Show on HUD. Info. Show sensor field range. Probably like 2.2? Sure. Because then that'll hit this block, hopefully. Alright, maybe a timer and event controller, because the sensor should tell the wheels to reverse back. I just don't know if we need a delay before we do that to, like, grab the plant or not. I guess I need to test. Is that the right height? Yeah, no, it was. We tested already. Okay, so now we need to get the automation that when it disconnects, so let's do that with the event controller. Event controller, connector, locked, unlocked. We're going to do the action of it unlocking is going to start the wheels. Right? That might be where we need the timer to do our wheel action. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out this wheel override. Let's see, do all the lefts need to go like one direction, or do we all... I thought doing like left and right would have offset this thing. We got the speed limit, we got the friction. I think the friction needs to go up a little bit. And maybe the strength up a bit too. Not strength, but power. A little slow chugging along there. And then if I do a propulsion override of like 0.01. Well, that seems to be right. Not conflicting with each other. 0.2 seems to be okay, but are we too high on the friction? Is that our problem? That doesn't seem to be too bad of a problem. Is it the height offset? Be like 0.3? Or negative 0.3? That was almost dangerous. Okay, we got propulsion on off. Invert propulsion. There it is. I hit number 2. There we go. He's just going to drive into the wall. Smack into it. So then this guy would be set up actions when it gets in range, and it is not triggered. Oh, we got an antenna in the way. That'll do it. Okay, now it's triggered. So this guy should have had invert the propulsion as well. When it is in range, invert propulsion. Is there a set propulsion? Yeah, there's a set propulsion. We could do that to make it explicit. Make sure it goes backwards. Alright, let's do a set propulsion override of negative 0.2. Okay, so that should do it. And then when they get disconnected, which would be this event controller here, which is the connector locked, unlocked. So when it gets unlocked, let's do the wheel. And we'll do a set propulsion override of 0.2. And that should be it, right? I don't even know if we need the timer. I don't think we need that timer. I think what I want to put there is another event controller. And we're going to do a ready to lock 1. Event controller 2 is going to be... Was it connector ready or something like that? There's that guy. I probably totally passed it. There we go. Connector ready idle. There we go. Small connector. Add that one. I don't think I added the connector on this one. I did not. The actions here, when it is ready to lock, we want to just turn the propulsion off, right? Propulsion on off, or do we just set it to 0? Let's set it to 0, actually. We'll be really explicit with it. And then we want it to connect. Then we want to go ahead and lock the connector.
Energy critical.
And then we'll have the unlock controlled by the home base here. It'll be on a timer. That should do it. So now if we set all of these, propulsion override to negative 0.2, it'll start to drive home. Okay, we're locked. The wheels are stopped. That's great. I think we're good there. Let me get some energy and then we'll test it the full route here. Alright, now if I did this right, if we unlock this guy, switch lock. Switch lock? Hello? Propulsion override never got kicked on. Why is that? Why does it not want to unlock? Why can I lock it and it doesn't unlock? That's really weird, isn't it? I'm not like... Am I fighting the ready to lock thing going on here? It should have just triggered the one time and then it should be fine. Yeah, it's like it's fighting it. I don't understand. Should I just turn it off? Okay. Now why aren't you moving? Alright, this has me terribly vexed. I don't understand. Why is this propulsion not working? Oh, it was supposed to be 20%, right? Wait, did I do that wrong? It's supposed to be 20%. Why was the propulsion override not that? Oh, that's interesting. So we have to set it here to 0.2, but the propulsion override in the sensor? Alright, this event controller, I am very confused. We have the set propulsion. Can I do set propulsion 20%? Set propulsion override 20. Is that going to yell at me? No. Okay. Interesting. This does the propulsion as 20%, but when we enter it in, it's not the case. Okay. Well, live and learn. I think that is somewhat of a bug, or at least it doesn't match what is normal. Okay. So then we need to go into our sensor then. Our sensor here, instead of doing 0.2, it needs to set the propulsion to negative 20%. Well, at least see if our sensor is working. Maybe we'll just do another sensor that detects when it gets to this grid. Yeah, so we might need to put a delay, because I don't know if it's going to pick up that block or not. I guess we can test it. We can just plant in a mushroom and let it die. Okay, it connected. That's great. Unlock. Should have sent this guy to do its thing. What is happening with this event controller? Connector lock, unlock. Okay. Selected actions. When it unlocks, it does this. And that's the only thing it's supposed to do. Why is that not doing it? There's no way I can fight the event controller that much, right? I mean, I guess we could just have this guy turn off and then turn back on with a timer. Well, it collected it. Okay, well that's good news. Okay, then I guess we'll just have a timer to turn that guy on and off. Okay, then crops take like crops take a while to grow, so I'm wondering if like in here in this timer, we just do every, I don't know, 10 minutes? I mean, this thing could go up a while, right? I want to say crops grow like every 8 minutes, and so I think we'll do that. So every time this goes, we're going to set up an action of turning off that connector. Off that connector, so we do need another timer to turn it back on after a few seconds. It'll hit the wall with the sensor and it'll reverse. And then dock back up, and 8 minutes later it'll do its cycle again. And we can walk underneath it and in between, so even if it's going and doing its thing, we can come in here and plant and harvest and do other stuff. Or we could put a button on him to do the harvesting for us. That might be another thing we do. Here we go, he's already coming back. I guess we should see that timer ticking, right? Yeah, it is. Oop. Okay, it's connected back up, and that guy is on a countdown. Cool. So now we don't need this stuff. We don't need to remote control him, which means that shouldn't get hung up on this stuff anymore. Alright, now can I get this stuff on with the robot in the way? Yes, I can. Okay. Thought I was going to have to send him out to be able to get this stuff back on. Let's see, the last thing we need to do is we need to get a vent in here. I guess it doesn't really matter which one is going to be the vent. Do we make it one right here in the front, or right in the middle? Makes more sense, right? Okay, there we go. And then some people had suggested putting lights on here, which is a great idea. We should probably do, like, those ones. Put the light panels on it. Where are they? There we go. But yeah, that's going to make that look a lot nicer. And we can adjust the lighting, which means we'll probably dial down the farms, because we've got lights on the inside here, and then we have the lights on the bottom. Okay, now we just need to get this guy welded up. So let me go back to base and get a whole heck of a lot more glass than we've got. Oh, we got some glass in here, actually. I just need it in there. Alright, can we get so lucky of getting these guys to connect up? Don't know that we can. I think these blocks are going to get it in the way. Oh no, it's there. Okay. We got proxy. I was not expecting that. Okay, turn off the dampeners. Let's not fight the truck for any reason. Okay, I got all the glass in that green container. Now let's get this guy welded up. At least just this one pod. I want to see if we can get this going. I have grinders on here, don't I? Oops. There we go. Now we got welders. Let's get this guy going. Alright, there we go. Well, we used some of our glass over here, unfortunately, so I had to rob over there, but we're definitely going to need a lot more glass, probably a lot more silicon, which means we need to get this guy going. I think we're good. We've got a green light in here. We don't have anything hooked up to it. We need to get another catwalk right here. Other than that, this guy is pretty much done. Take that glass off for now, because I want to get a couple event controllers in here. Okay, doors finished, open, closed, door finished, open, closed. When they are opened, we want to turn the inner door off. Otherwise, we can turn it back on. Then likewise for the inner door here, it's going to turn the outer door off or turn it back on. Oops, that was not even the right block. Oh, that's working. It's gone back and forth a lot of... Well, at least this guy's working. It's going back and forth a few times. That's nice to see. Let's see. Let's put like a 2-second delay on here. And I want to close the doors. Close, close, close. Okay, 2 seconds is too long. Just bring it all the way down. Okay, beautiful. We are pressurized. We have all of this stuff. We just don't have any actual air to it. Alright, I got the stuff rebuilt over here for the irrigation system and the... Ooh, this thing is wobbly today. Probably mostly my steering, but that's alright. Okay, I got the irrigation system over here and a hookup for our Hemet. I think it's about the same level. Hopefully I don't have to adjust my little nose hooky thing here. Okay, I guess it doesn't. It's close enough. Does that make sense? Sure. We need to go get some ice, though. Okay, we need to get some ice, and we need to get that going, and we can start this rotation up, I guess, again. What's next on the list here? Oh, that is F. This wasn't F, was it? This is actually C. This whole time. This should have been C. I was looking at front, not the actual number. That should be C, which means our timer and our event controller is also wrong. There we go. That's better. And we'll probably name our robot eventually. I want to get him cleaned up a lot more than he is. He's pretty ugly. Alright, we should be good with one of these on here like this, and one on the other side. That shouldn't conflict. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. Now we can get inside. And are we pressurized? Do we have enough ice? We don't have enough ice in the Hemet. I guess let's go get that unknown signal real quick, and then we'll get some ice here in the lobster. And we're not special today. Anything in the cargo. Detector and medkits. Maybe one of these days we'll find vegetables, or maybe we'll find some coffee. I've got that mod installed. I don't know, some cool guy made that. Alright, I got some seeds, and I think I got 5k, yeah, I got 5k ice in here. What can we fit into our cargo? 2.4? Sure. So we'll put 2.4 into here. Why not? And then I think... Oh, that's not going to be enough at all. Because it's going to want to fill all the farms. Yeah, we got all the farms to fill. That's not going to be good. We need a ton more ice than that. Ooh. Okay, well we're going to need a lot more ice than that, but we've got it pressurized, and that makes me happy. We're going to lose oxygen every time we open the door, because I think even if we have this guy pressurized, I don't know if we can get into here without depressurizing. I don't know why that door's welded up, actually. Oh, no, I do. This is on that one that we welded up these sides. That makes sense. Okay, so it already rotated around, so we're actually down here. Okay, that auto closes. Water is low. Yeah, so it's not worth growing anything yet. We need to get a ton more ice over here. Yeah, and we're going to lose air every time we do that. That's unfortunate. So we'll definitely have to get some O2 farms on here, and I'm stuck. I'm going to go back to our geothermal plant and grab a lot more ice. I don't really feel like breaking into the voxels there until we know what our building's going to look like for our ice collection. So we got another ice field over here that we're getting stuff. Okay, I got like 30k of ice in here. I don't know if that's enough, but we'll find out. See if I can get this guy lined up again. There we go. Proxy. Okay, it's taking our ice. Yeah, there we go. How fast are you going to go down, though? That's going to be the question. Yeah, I think it was like 180. And we've got 10, 20 per of these. So we got 120 of them. I don't know. 100 times 200-ish. So 20k worth of ice. We might have enough. Okay, well, I guess I'll just wait this out and see if it fills up our farm. And then we'll get stuff planted in this one. That'll be nice. Alright, well that's doing its thing. Let's just go hunt some unknown signals and see if we can get some more food. I need some veggies, really bad. Nothing special in this one, and well, I gotta need... Well, I'll take the anti-radiation kit, but still no food. I wanna go see if we can fill some of these contracts. We've got 113 gold on us here. Might be some at the other base. I don't think we have any ore. Do we got any silver on us? Oh, we actually have silver over here. Okay. I'm sure we took it from one of the bases we raided. Oh, let's see. Dampeners are on. We're good there. I think we used all of our gold with the superconductor for the surgical center. That's alright. Let's go over here and see if we have any at the main base. Left. Okay, we got 2.6 there. Do we have any other gold left? We got a little bit of gold left. Wow, we don't have much. 281, is that enough? 242, it's enough. Okay. We definitely don't have any nickel or silicon ore on us here, because the refinery would have refined it. But let's go over to the peanut mine and we can at least get some nickel. Let's see, and we need... Oh, we only need 430 nickel ore? That's nothing. I think the middle floor has a nickel deposit. Let's go find out. Okay, I forgot how deep this was. Oh my goodness. Let's see, do you have a nickel? Well, up here somewhere. There it is. Alright, 2.9k. I think that's enough. We need to go to the top. Forgot how incredibly deep this was. Deep ores mod was a, it was a decision, for sure. Alright, let's head to the trade station here. I want to see if they have any seeds or anything for sale. They only had food packs last time I was there, but I'm hopeful. Alright, let's land here at the trade station and see if they got anything. Oop. There's no damage here. It's fine. Let's see. Where is the door to this guy? Over here? Yeah. Okay. Fruit pastry. We can already make that. Is that it? Oh. Well, that was a little sad. We only got a meal pack there. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, we at least got some money off of the deal. I guess we can raid the, we can raid the station at least. Always loot the beds. 16k worth of stuff there. That's pretty good. Alright, well we got $6.1 million to buy nothing with, but we got it. Alright, actually I want to buy a data pad. Let's buy, I don't know, 4 of them? I want to just get some extra GPS stuff around here. I'm sure it's all far away, but that's alright. Sometimes you luck out. Alright, well we got a station over there by the unidentified signal. We got one over there. One up here. Where was the 4th? Oh, way far away. 20,000 kilometers away. Okay, well, that's not gonna happen. Alright, well, now we know. Well, that wasn't quite as fruitful as I hoped, but that's alright. Hopefully our farms are full of ice now and we can go plant some stuff. Let's go ahead and turn those extra GPS signals off. Alright, I'm curious. I'm gonna head towards this pirate stronghold. I feel like, because it's a stronghold, they're gonna fire at us anyway, but we're neutral with the pirates, which is interesting. So I kinda wanna at least see if we can approach. Yeah, we got the trigger of enemy sighted, but I don't know if that means they're gonna fire on us. They're not sending any drones. They've definitely got more firepower than us. Yeah, that thing's pretty gnarly. We got a gun there, we got a turret there. I don't know what that is. That might be just a laser antenna. We'll approach slowly here at 1.4 and we'll see if that gun turned towards us. So far, it's not turning towards us. Are we gonna luck out here? I'm a little scared. Let's get within 800 and see if the other turret wants to fire on us. No? We might be that neutral with them. Okay. I guess it's safe to approach. We're gonna raid the hell out of this place. Okay, well I wasn't expecting to be completely neutral with a stronghold, but I'll take it. Let's go ahead and just park right here. I think that'll be below that interior turret. And we'll just grind it down. Alright, what else do we got around here? Actually, I'm not familiar with this base at all. Let's see, we want to take out that gun, for sure. Is there anything else? Oh, yep, there's an interior turret right there. That's not going to be good. Okay, interior turret is down. They don't hate us yet. Okay. I feel like I should maybe take that gun out, or should I take this antenna out first? Do the antenna.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay, they popped fireworks, but I think we took the antenna out, so we should be okay, right? That gun's now ours. That gun's ours. Now we got some ice. That's actually really good. We need all that ice. I will take that. Alright, 20k worth of ice. I will take that for sure. Another 15k ice there. Sure. Power cells, Prototech propulsion, Prototech panels, zone chips. Wow, this is good. Is there anything else around here? I don't know if there's actually any interior turrets. I should probably figure that part out. Where does that go? Oh, outside. Okay. Radiation, okay. We came down that way. Anything down here? Is that just for looks? There's a Willis duct. Ooh, a nuclear reactor. Okay.
Meteors inbound.
Well, I guess I turned the turrets back on, right? Should be okay. Anything down here? Okay, there's the actual access. Alright, we got a busted hydrogen tank, and then these are just, yeah, decorative tank things out here. See, that was ice, that was ice. This had cool stuff in it, right? Prototech propulsion, zone chips, power cells, sure. Alright, we got a stronghold, we claimed it. It should be ours, right? NPC, yeah, we got nothing there. All of this stuff is pretty much ours. Alright, well, I'll count that as a win. I got all the Prototech parts out of it just in case, but we'll get the lobster back over here at some point, get this ground down. I should probably mark it on my GPS just in case that antenna length is not long enough. Alright, let's get this unknown signal before it disappears, and then we'll head back home. Okay, nothing special, and mushroom spores. Don't need any more mushrooms. Come on. Alright, well, this unknown distress signal popped up right here on the map. That's interesting. Let's go check it out. Alright, from what I understand, the unknown is always neutral, and I probably shouldn't have shot down that drone that was coming at us. I think it was going to drop us off supplies, and I shot it out of the sky. So, let's not be that mean this time around. Alright, it's the wrecked ship. What do we got? I don't remember where all the loot is here. We've gotten this one once or twice. Okay, some detector components, sure. Ooh, uranium. I will take all of those things. Scrap I guess I don't need. I got some nickel, cobalt, silver, I'll take that. Silicon we're gonna need for all of our glass. What do I got over here? Magnesium and platinum, okay. And glass. Yeah, now we have exposure now that we're on the sun. Forgot about that. We got a storm brewing, and I think we got pretty much everything out of here. There's not cargo on this side, is there? There is, actually. Let's see, we can grind this guy down and get parts. Okay, what do we got in you? Access denied. Nothing. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna call that one rated. We're gonna just let that one disappear. I'm not gonna claim that grid. We got our pirate base, but let's go ahead and head back to the main base and take a look at our farm. Alright, well, looks like our farm has fully rotated back to where it was. That's kind of funny. And we're already rotating down. Okay. Alright, and that's aligned up. I like it. Let's see. Before we open that door and waste all of our oxygen, do we have any ice left? We do. Okay. Which means our farm should be full. Okay, water is high. Let's go ahead and plant. Health is good. Let's keep refreshing. Yeah, we're good. Okay, there we go. We got some wheat growing in here and one thing of fruit. Perfect. I love it. Okay. Got a lot accomplished and then not a lot. So we've got a lot of work to do to get the other 5 here going, but we've got a robot that is going to auto-collect for us, and it's passing overhead. That's perfect. And then we've got a pressurized farm here, and we are growing food. So all is good there. We know the path forward, and it's now just going to be a slog to get the other 5 going. All right. I'm going to call this an episode here. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.